Hello, good evening. Welcome to the last game of week 2, which consists of the Barbarians versus Tombs and Wounds. Oh, one person noticed apparently. God damn it. Never mind. We strive for high quality content.
And fail miserably.
And we fail miserably every time. Look, I like to keep things interesting, keep people on their toes. Otherwise, it just gets boring. So, this is the last game of the week. Everyone else has already played. There is, well, I guess it's just the week 2 stuff up for grabs. So, we are currently looking at the Barbarians, who unfortunately lost their first game. I do believe that was against the mighty Lizardmen, who are 2 for 2 so far anyway. Took a bit of a battering, as you can see. Winnie and Poe are both out for this game, which puts the Kislev down to 9 players. Of course, they will get the two backups anyway, but no level ups. We got a 4 and a 5 in terms of SP on the Blitzer and Lineman, so hopefully they might be able to get a level up after this game, all things if things go well.
Yep, and if you'll also notice, the one of the linesmen, Winnie, strength broken. 2 strength.
Yeah, that's not
good for the...
Especially considering I mean, there are no oh, there's one catcher. There's only Yogi as the catcher. It kind of makes him a shit catcher, basically. All things considered, considering they haven't got diving catch.
But brilliant for the lineman scrimmage.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. There's no point firing him. Might as well keep him as basically a sacrificial piece.
Especially because not the game after this game, the game that Winnie will be back for, is against Ogres. So, I think a punching bag has been ordered.
Yeah. He's kind of very much a sacrificial line piece. There's no real... he's kind of just going to be sat there on the line. Not really much else to talk about. There's no level ups, no real progression as of yet. That will probably come after this game. I mean,
you'd hope you'd get one of the blitzers and maybe that linesman to score.
I think so. I think priority is definitely getting a level up on the blitzer, perhaps getting block or wrestle on them, making them into a bit of a bullhawk hunter, because, you know, kind of like a lot of agility, movement focused teams, Kislev tend to struggle without the ball, and against such a bashy league which we are in, you know, focusing on the ball is actually kind of a high priority for these kind of middleweight teams where they're not entirely agility and not entirely bash, a bit like humans and Kislev, for example. You know, they do need to focus on the ball a little bit more than they perhaps normally would.
It's more what skills you're going to give each player rather than how are you actually going to set them up almost.
The one benefit, the big benefit, of course, is that the Marv has 3 movement 7 pieces, which is a lot more than the Khemri. A lot more than the Khemri.
I mean, if I remember correctly, the maximum movement for the Khemri are the blitzers and the throw-rars with 6.
It is indeed. So I'm just going to put the Khemri up on screen now. The 4 players is the 2 blitzers and the 2 throwers, both with movement 6. So if they want to catch at full width a blitzer or a catcher from the Kislev team, they're going to need to make at least 2 go for it, because they'll need to make a go for it into the square, I believe, and then a go for it to actually make the blitz.
Sorry.
Start
that sentence again.
No, it's all good. It's just basically they will need to make a couple of go for it's to actually catch up with those movement 7 players.
Oh yeah. If they started from the same square, yeah.
Pretty much. Furthermore, there's no real progression on the Tombkins team. You've got 4 SPP on a Tomb Guardian, obviously from a couple of casualties. We've got 5 SPP on a Skeleton and 4 SPP on a Thrower. So there's no real, in terms of these beginning teams, there's no real skill deficit. You know, nobody...
There is block on the blitzers, but no additional skills.
No, we're not looking at, you know, for example, somebody having a mighty blow or dodge or tackle or something like that, where, you know, it's an additional skill to purposely, you know, against.
Which is a relief for the Kislev, because their armor is, I think, 7 across the board.
It is, yeah. It's not particularly high. I don't know if the...
Oh no, 8 across the board.
It's actually 8 across the board, 7 on the catcher. So the catcher is very similar to a human lineman, except that they're agility 4, which makes them infinitely better, in my opinion. Agility 4 is amazing.
Yeah, not at all speaking from experience from the first league.
No, not at all. No experience from me at all.
Although, to be honest, just having agility 3 in this situation is great, because the highest agility on the Tomb Guardians? The Tomb Kings.
The Tomb
Khemri.
Guardians
That's
is a
the name of
measly...
the race. It's Khemri. It's Khemri. It's a Khemri team.
The
highest agility on that team is 2.
It is. It's pretty poor. Even on the
So
throw rolls.
50-50.
You'd expect agility through on the throw rolls. Of course, that's not actually the case. They do have sure hands, however, which gives them a little bit more leeway.
And they have pass as well.
They do, yeah. I think in terms of their previous games, nothing out of the ordinary. As much as I love Marv's team, to be beaten by the Lizardmen is that's fair enough. The Lizards are a tough team.
Yeah, I think most people have accepted that the Lizardmen are just going to probably kill everyone.
I don't know. I think they might come unstuck against a couple of the other teams. Dwarves, yeah. For example, potentially even the Chaos Dwarves as well. I think Khemri also do pose a good threat in terms of the fact that obviously they've won their first game. They
do have 80k in the bank. If they get another 20, then they could get that 4th Tomb Guardian, which would really put a dent in the Lizardmen.
Yeah, I think if we're talking about basically the whole the league as a whole from start to finish, I think the Khemri are at this moment in time the team to watch out for. You know, the Lizardmen obviously they're a very strong team, potentially could win, but I think if you are gonna pick at week 2 one team that have the ability to catch up in terms of getting the points, I think it could be the Khemri.
Well, there's definitely the precedent there for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a Khemri team in Season 1, coached by yours truly. And I actually can't remember where we finished with that team in the end of the tournament. It was either 3rd or 4th. I can't remember.
You finished 4th. 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. With the goal.
Was that at the end of the cup? Or
that was the end of the group. We're talking about the group stage.
The
tournament's kind of a different beast in and of itself.
Yeah.
Cool. I think they're going to be starting to
that leaves the sour taste in my mouth. We'll move on. The
tournament's kind of a different beast. A knockout game is so different to a league game.
Especially when goblins are going flying everywhere with the ball.
I mean, the goblins are the goblins are going flying at the moment. They are, however, they're going flying in a different way this season.
Yeah.
Right,
not really the best way. Ooh, the game is starting, I've been informed.
We just need to wait for them to do their thing, and then we will
get through the inducements.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't see many inducements being bought. Obviously, there'll be 2 journeymen for the Kislev.
Yeah.
But I don't think that'll leave much room for either of them to actually buy anything, unless KingRektum wants to buy or use his own 80,000 petty cash.
I mean, there's no reason to use any at this point. You've got the strength advantage, you've got the block advantage. You know, use what you've got. I think, I think it, depending on how the first half goes, it could be fairly even. Marv is definitely going to have to make a lot more risks than he would like with those leaps.
But with leap, it makes it easier to get around them.
That it does.
Especially with that 3 agility, that's just rolling a 3+ on most dodgers away from players.
No reroll though. Which is kind of, I always thought very long legs gave you a reroll, but obviously it doesn't. It just adds +1 to the leap. Which is why putting leap on an
unmodified.
Yeah, giving leap. That's why I think giving leap to like an agility 4 pro elf team is ridiculous.
Yeah, but they do have very long legs, which does give a +1 to the leap and intercept rolls.
That it does. Cool. There we
I think it does something else as well, but having never played a team with very long legs, I can't for the life of me remember what it does.
No, that's true. I'm gonna put the skills
Game
up.
Has started.
Snow indeed. Yeah, there is. We have a blizzard.
Oh.
Which makes going for it, basically, you don't really want to do anymore. I mean, going for it is bad enough, is tempting fate at the best of times, but making it on a 2+, is just even worse. That's a 3+ even.
Yeah, especially if you're leaping as well, because leap uses movement, which means if you have to leap into going for it, so you're still rolling for those as well as the leap roll.
You are, yeah.
So hopefully Marv remembers that when he's...
It is nasty. Snow is my least favourite as a sort of an agility movement type player, type coach. I like my movement focused teams. Snow is basically just like my personal enemy.
That's an interesting setup from the Khemri, having one Tomb Guardian back from the line of scrimmage and a skeleton to take his place.
I do quite like having that though. Something that people may have seen in my Underworld team this season is I haven't always had the troll on the line of scrimmage. It just gives them a little bit more movement. Basically, if you stick them on the line, all they're doing is punching, and once the fight kind of moves away from the center, it's so easy to have your big guys stuck. You know, they don't have a lot of movement, they don't have a lot of agility. They can be basically marked out of the game. If you have, in the case of the Khemri, they have 3. Put 2 on the line, nice and wide, not in the center. 1 back gives them a little bit of movement, a little bit of freedom, just to, you know, reinforce an area or even make a blitz.
It's an interesting setup. There's only 1 player on the left wing, if you're looking from the Barbarian point of view.
Yeah, maybe.
Who are attacking this.
Oh, and we've got to nice weather. Yeah, I'll be always have it from the attacker's perspective.
Yep.
Or the receiver's perspective.
Disappointing. I was looking forward to that, Blizzard.
it was going to make things a little bit interesting,
but you know.
Hey, damn it, Blizz! We could have blamed Blizz for all of the bad things that were going on.
Don't we always?
I mean, that's true. That's quite true. It is. I think Marv's setup is quite interesting. That's quite a hard line right. I wonder if perhaps he sees a weakness on that right-hand side somewhere.
I mean, I see a 4 SPP throw rod that's just looking to cause an injury on that on that left-hand side.
Oh, straight away
and a 4 SPP Doom Guardian as well.
Oh. Well, block doesn't matter there. Defender stumbles, cares not for your block. And only a 5 on that roll, so nowhere near enough. You know, at this point, you know, when you are attacking first, you know, you've got a couple of options. Do you grab the ball, protect it? And in terms of the way that you move your players in their order, you know, do you create the cage first, then go for the ball, or do you think, right, I need to get the ball first? I think a lot of people say...
It depends on the team, what the setups are like, and what your playing style preference is.
Yeah.
So against the Khemri, I would not be bashing first because you just can't.
I think it was actually quite risky to block against a block player straight away.
Yeah.
Because that is, you know, all you need to do is get a skull and a both down, and that's a reroll gone. And with that movement...
Cage is forming, though.
Cage is forming. I think this is actually why having a Tomb Guardian off the line is good. Because that strength is obviously the way of breaking the cage in this case. So that left-hand side Tomb Guardian is going to make the space, and then that Frank Fester, although he's only movement 4, he is at least he can reposition so easily now. You haven't got the worry of, all my Tomb Guardians can do is punch, which means the ball's going to move further upfield next turn. That was cheeky. Cheeky one die.
Yeah, you're not a big fan of the one dies, are you?
I'm a save. You know, I am a. Yeah, no.
No. The honest answer
is no.
Oh, interesting. Marv doesn't appear to have realised he's left a line between his players, which the Khemri can just run straight through. There's a gap there.
There is a gap, but the ball player's not going to be in any danger.
Oh.
No, I think
that gap himself.
I think that's sensible, actually. You know, you've got 4 players the 2 blitzers and the 2 linemen who are just kind of there for the taking in terms of, you know, pushing them, potentially injuring them. You know, at this point in the game, there's no need to focus on the ball for the Khemri. They've got 1, 2 at minimum. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 2-die block, I think, if I'm doing my maths correctly. Potentially even 5. You know, and against Armor 8, Armor 8's not amazing. It's, you know, it is the standard.
I just found it interesting that there was the option there to get both that spare Tomb Guardian, Frank Fester, and Genza Jahor, interesting name, through that gap to actually screen the ball carrier.
I think it's more of a deeper screen. You know, if the blitzer and the lineman, I mean, the blitzer won't go down in this case, but it will probably end up being the lineman.
But the lineman Kuma could have been not blitzed out the way, but marked to stop them from blitzing Genza as they screened, just to make sure there wasn't that clear channel.
I think it is kind of a deep, you know, there is, those guys now have to make dodges and or leaps, probably leaps. There's no free space now. And they're not going to be running through the center anytime soon because Frank Fester is now blocking that.
Yeah, but there's still that gap down the left.
There is. But this is why I think it's good to have the Tomb Guardian.
Which is what I'm saying could have been screened off.
Yeah, but the Tomb Guardian's there, and he's...
Oh,
Paddington's
nice
gone.
KO. What was it? Peanut butter? Peanut butter and jam that Paddington likes? I can't remember.
It's marmalade.
What sandwich?
It's marmalade.
Marmalade.
How do you not remember that?
I'm old.
Exactly, Paddington is old. Paddington isn't a new thing. Well, I mean, obviously the new movies, but the original Paddington was like back in the 80s, if I recall.
I'm not that old.
Armor 8 not holding up.
From that blitzer up. Yeah, not holding up as much as your Armor 7 did.
No.
Oh, that's nearly the end of the turn as well. I didn't realise the time had gone down that quickly.
This is something that I notice when I play, is my turns are really quick. Everyone else's takes the full... They take the full 2 minutes.
We just like to know what we're doing.
I already know what I'm doing. I just go for it. And I end up making mistakes.
Exactly.
I always say to myself, Aaron, don't be so aggressive in your play. Don't put all of your players into the opponent's half and let them score. Oh, wait, you did it again.
Yep. I found out.
You did find out. I mean, Nuffle helped you along, but, you know.
Well, I am his high profit. And there's the first failed leap of the game.
Yeah, it's the first one as well. It's always interesting to watch because the first half of the jump is the same animation.
Yep.
And then you watch, and it's the second half, so you kind of look at it and go, oh. It is a roller coaster of emotions with each leap.
It's also really annoying that the animation is bugged so that you have to actually escape out of it.
Yeah, it's very strange. But, you know, that would require, you know, cyanide doing things.
Oh, don't tempt the 3 pluses. Not when your reroll's already gone on.
I mean, when the ball's still kind of safe. Although actually, I think Peter Payne could 1, 2, 3, 4. It would take 2 go for it to not make a dodge, but the ball's fairly safe.
Say not make a dodge.
He's only 4 movement, so he'd have to make 2 go for it to reach the ball carrier. It'd be interesting to see where Yogi goes, because although he can only go up to the 8 marker, the fourth square along.
I mean, they can still form a decent cage around. Only the skeleton Genza and the Thrower Sniper will be able to make blocks and not have to go for blitzers.
It's just Frank Fester. Frank Fester is there. This is what I mean about keeping a guy off the line of scrimmage. That he is now quite a big threat. Just need to keep him out the way.
I mean, I'd still call Peter Payne quite a big threat, to be honest.
Yeah, well, not so much next to... Although...
He's still within easy range to make a decent blitz.
He is indeed.
Or once space has been cleared, to just move into it.
Yeah, that was clever. That was good. That was a good idea. Because Peter Payne could have gone straight in. This is the thing of receiving. Receiving is always quite tricky because you want to score, but you don't want to score so quickly that it gives your opponent a chance to go 2-1 towards the end. It's always tricky. It's actually why I quite like defending. If I'm playing elves, I quite like defending first because elves are so good at defense. And it gives
you mean they can just steal the ball and score?
Pretty much, and then you don't actually need that many players to score on your half.
The best defense is steal the ball and score.
Yeah, and elves are amazing at that.
Well, when they're agility 4 and salt inducing, yes, they are. Especially when you have blitzers that start with sidestep and block.
Oh, I fucking love pro elves. Fucking love pro elves. It's so much fun. Anyway, enough about our previous teams. I mean, although we can't really not do that considering there's a freaking Kislev. Go away. Windows 10. I don't update. Bloody hell. Poor timing. Hi, I want you to update it. How about no? What happened to the stream? Windows intervened. Microsoft said no Blood Bowl today.
Oh, that's the ball carrier down.
Yeah, the ball's going to go into a bit of a mess. It'll be interesting to see where the ball goes. Okay, he's only stunned.
I was really hoping for the injury.
Ooh, 17%.
Catch.
Is that a reroll?
That.
No reroll.
No.
I do believe that Fozzie could potentially leap into that ball. I think he has enough range.
Well, you leap 2 squares.
Yeah. This is the thing with Kislev, they're always a goal-scoring threat. Like, no matter where you are on the pitch, because they could just say, fuck your players, I'm jumping over them. You're never safe.
Have to dodge away from them.
That's true. But
and they don't have dodge.
They don't have dodge. But you can still do it. I think Kislev, what I found playing against them in the first season, there's always in the back of your mind of, they could do this. They could do it, and the roll. Oh. No.
Yeah, I'd have probably taken that skull as well, to be honest.
I mean, I think he had to. No, he didn't reroll it. He didn't reroll the catch.
No, there were no rerolls used.
No, and considering that there's only 2 rerolls on the pitch for the Khemri, that's a good idea. It's only a skeleton. You can afford to lose a skeleton. It's not the end of the day, and plus he's got one in the.
Well, that is anyway. The 5 SPP skeleton. If there was a skeleton to lose, it's not that one.
It's not that one. I mean, you got Bonehead. You know,
they do have regeneration though, so
yeah, but you're not a fan of.
It's not Bonehead. It's a Thick Skull.
Thick Skull, sorry. Same
Bonehead
thing.
Bonehead is the bad
Same
skill.
thing. I mean, Thick Skull's not great. It's okay.
What do you mean Thick Skull's not great?
Ooh,
double skull.
Oh.
We hate to see it, is what we say when we actually really want to see it.
Oh, that's...
Probably should have stood the other players up before
that. Stand your players up first. It's a habit you have to force yourself into. Just like clicking all your down players, but...
Unless it's vital to your plan that you don't move them until after that block, stand them up.
Stand them up.
Unless they're just going to get...
I agree with Adikul. We need a sound effect for the double skulls. For a double, we need a sound effect for double ones and for double skulls. I don't know what we'd have though.
I think it would have to be along the line of the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent.
The buzzer. I mean, it sounds like we can just do it ourselves.
Yeah,
we
but
had
production value.
when we played tabletop with my friend. We have the klaxon, for the turnover. We have that on a phone ready to play whenever someone gets a turnover, and my friend also has the casualty theme song whenever a casualty occurs.
I think we might get copyrighted.
I mean, we can't do that on here. The BBC, is it the BBC or is it ITV? Whoever does it may
BBC have casualty.
Yeah, they may or may not like us doing that.
Or they did when I last watched it. With the rate they're selling off shows, anyone could have it.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably Channel 5 by now. That will always piss me off to this day. This is completely irrelevant to the game, but when BBC Two sold Robot Wars to Channel 5, my life ended that day. But at least they brought it back. Then they got it back, and then they exited after 3 seasons, which was just bullshit. But we're not going to complain. We got 3 seasons more of Robot Wars than we ever would have gotten normally, so it's all okay.
And that was some good Robot Wars.
It was Carbide. Carbide is so good. Although Apollo will actually be one of my favourite teams just because of the kind of shtick that they had.
Oh, KO!
KO!
I'm really not a fan of where Rektum's put that thrower. Do you want to know the reason why?
He's a little bit open, shall we say, although I think that may not be the case.
No, that doesn't help. Well, it helps slightly. Do you want to know why?
That's not the cage that I would be building, but
it's the best option he's had at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just trying to got away with that a little bit. Yeah,
because that lineman there would have been vital to what I'd have done. But the main reason why I'm not a fan of that placement is because if he hadn't put those 3 players around, or at least the other thrower, Fearless Felix and the Skeleton Genza, if he just left Sniper clear, Blue, the Blitzer, has jump up.
He does indeed.
Which means he doesn't take a 3 movement allowance penalty for standing up after being knocked down. So he would have had a full 7 squares of movement and would have been able to just do what his job is, blitz him.
I actually think what Grembo should have done here, Marv, sorry, was actually put Banjo adjacent to Sniper Sandro.
Yeah, that would have forced the extra dodge squares.
Well, that would have actually put Fearless Felix and Gensa Dahor out of the contention for providing assists. And could have got a single. There's only a single in that anyway. So you might as well put them adjacent, because if something goes wrong, then at least you're sort of covered of sorts.
Yeah.
Now he just needs to, get his fucking play.
To be honest, I think he still just needs to leap a few of those linesmen that are lying down out and just make a couple of going for it to try and get near.
I think a single die with Baloo is the best option as of now.
With 2 rerolls left, halfway through the first half.
Yeah, I mean, and they haven't got blocked, so... Ooh, cheeky. Taking a double down is it would be... Okay. I wouldn't have done that. I would save your rerolls.
No, but you can still do the blitz now.
You can still do the blitz, but there's no... But, you get a skull here. Which I hope...
Really hope Marv...
Oh, you know what? That'll do.
No, that still works.
That'll do.
Neither of them have block.
That's a good place for it to bounce as well.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
Yeah, it couldn't... If it had gone... Like, between Nestor and Fearless, that would have been worse. But that's... Out of the spaces it could have gone, that's the best. Because it's at least between the 2 linemen.
Who are now going to have the absolute bollocks.
Shit kicked out of them. Oh! 3 die.
With King, no doubt, really wanting the armor and injury for that Tomb Guardian. One more Tomb Guardian, or one more injury caused by that guy, and he levels up. And will no doubt get Mighty Blow. Or, I quite like putting Break Tackle on my Tomb Guardians.
Oh, it's filthy.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, definitely. This is good. Get guys around the ball, and then I assume is going to be using Sniper Sandroid to pick the ball up because sure hands.
Still an odd cage though.
Yeah, it's not a typical cage, but I think considering the circumstances, it's an acceptable one. Yeah, it's an acceptable one. I mean, the Kislev aren't going to be cage diving anytime soon. Let's be honest.
I mean,
they
can. We got 6 of them lying on the ground. So, 7. There goes another one. At least they're not getting injured or stunned.
That's true. It's making me think.
Knocked out,
it's making me think like how does one defend against Khemri as Kislev? Because this hasn't gone quite according to plan, I would imagine.
You dodge out.
You leap a lot.
Yeah, because I don't think you have to make a dodge roll when you leap.
Ooh, oh no, that was a natural pickup.
Yep, natural pickup. It was only 50-50 as normal. Oh, needed the 5.
Tried to copy you. Didn't quite work.
Yeah, tried to follow the precedent set by the Tomb Guardian or Thousand Guardians team of Season 1.
There's only one Khemri team who can do such things.
There's only one Khemri team in existence that is made up of dead elves.
That's true. That's true.
It's apparently any Khemri team I play.
Fucking Khemri.
Although apparently Kislev team is quite good at passing as well, so you know.
I mean, I know what I would do. I know what I would be doing here. Not that.
Failed. And that's the last reroll gone for the Barbarians.
Right, he made it, which is good. So I wouldn't have done that first. I would have blitzed with blue onto that thrower. Yeah,
and
that's unfortunate.
The one on the pickup.
Yeah, I'd have blitzed the thrower with blue so that throw would have gone straight to Banjo and then a runaway from there.
Yeah,
but I mean,
definitely wouldn't have tried to pick up first.
No.
I'd have tried dodging out to surround him.
Especially with and at least get, the guys on the floor up and into this middle section to stop people moving.
Yeah. With agility 2, 50% dodges.
Because let's be honest, at this point, Kuma is going to be pushed away from the ball. There's no stopping that.
At best.
At best.
Well, unless we get another double skull.
It could happen.
Tombs and Wounds have not used any of their rerolls yet.
Oh, you jinxed it!
Go for the both down then. Come on.
That's not an R as in our king succeeded. It's more of a we just want to see destruction and maiming on both sides. We like to see
everyone.
We like to see everybody lose.
I'm sorry. Who's watching the games for the touchdowns? We're watching the games for the death and destruction.
It depends on the team. You watch elf teams for epic touchdowns. You watch ogres, goblins, and halflings for epic touchdowns. Everyone else you watch for the bashiness.
I'm sorry, you lost me at we watch the elves.
That's a good point. Like, I'm considering elves next season, which is going to be hilarious.
Well, you know what team I'm playing next season, so it's still not going to help you. I can tie your elves with Khemri. I'm not going to let that lie. I can tie elves with Khemri.
I definitely won't be doing pro elves again, though.
During the halftime break, I think that makes for a great halftime story. Denied.
No. And muted. Sorry, we seem to have some technical difficulties, which means J Bazza can't speak. I'm so sorry.
Something about blitz and then 50% dodge and then touch down on the last turn. Oh!
Caught the ball though.
Yeah, it still has control of the ball.
Is that a fight? Oh, that's just a 0 SPP, dude. I mean, that's not 2 die. No, it's not though.
Yeah, but that thrower is the one with 4 SPP, so if that thrower can get the ball, or be handed the ball...
That's a level up.
He can just run and score.
Yeah, indeed. Trying to think how Marv can get a 2-die on here. I don't think it is possible. The only way it is to have Banjo move to... it's difficult though. Banjo will essentially have to move literally adjacent to... I can't say that. Terreniat? Fuck it. That skeleton right there. And then Baloo will have to leap up, dodge out, and then go, and then blitz from there. It's quite...
Terranate, I think is how it's meant to be pronounced.
You could, yeah, I'll forget that.
Terranate Copis, rather.
Ooh. I think you need to make that. You
have to do that.
You're gonna have to do that.
To be honest, I do the 2.
Oh, not there.
No,
not there. What are you doing?
We are aware Grembo is not playing fairly and listening to us commentate. Why there, you crazy bastard?
I mean, if you're gonna do that, at least put fucking move Baloo into the... Oh my god. Okay. Alright, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Banjo's forgotten who his teammates are.
Yeah.
He thinks the big dead guy's on his side.
Oh, Lord help us.
Lord help Banjo.
Lord help Banjo, indeed. I just don't think. So what's the...
We say this, Kuma's going to be the one that gets injured by the 0 SPP skeleton.
Oh, there's the blitz. We expected that. However, if... not to be.
Yeah, rolling the ones on the dodgers. Not advised.
No, not at all.
Right, so...
Can understand why I think...
money on Banjo getting out of this alive?
I mean, he hasn't got he hasn't got Mighty Blow, the Tomb Guardian, so...
No, but Banjo's got 5 SPP. And as we all know, that skews the dice towards death.
That's just tempting fate. Or tempting Nuffle in this case, anyway.
And Nuffle is a fickle god.
Oh, Nuffle's a dick.
I'm sorry? You cannot profane Holy Nuffle's name.
After my season, in season 2, yes I can. Oh shit, that's... Oh. Oh boy.
We want blood. We want blood.
We want skulls. We want skulls. That's a safe option there. Yeah. I think Marv can be happy that there's not been an injury crisis.
Only 2 KOs sustained.
Yeah. But there's not a lot of time to get a touchdown back, assuming this one... Oh, is it the pass?
Oh, he's...
They dropped
it. There are still 2 turns, though, for the Khemri. They do have the time to waste, basically.
They do indeed. But the Kislev aren't far behind. You know...
No, I mean, there are those 3 players stood around that one thrower, which... With the movement they have, if one of them can push that thrower out the way...
Yeah, definitely going to be a case
of... And that blitzer's also on his own. He can just stand up and run.
He can. And he's got jump up as well, which is incredibly helpful.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Still no armor breaks.
No, definitely... I actually think Baloo needs to move first to create a bit of space so that the guys can run in. Because at the moment they're kind of having to do a fair bit of dodging round. The Blitzer and the Tomb Guardian are not in great positions.
That or Blitz Yogi into Nesheb and allow for Ted to move up.
Yeah, no, that's. I think that's a good idea actually. Yeah, Ted's definitely going to have a better position and ideally will go...
Can get in front of the ball almost.
Yeah, I mean, I'd always put him next to the square bottom left of Sniper Sandro.
Sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is blitzing.
Because then you can start bringing Baloo around the side.
Yeah, exactly. And then at least you can maybe try and force a one-die block onto something. Or even, heck, fucking pick up the ball. Force the ball away somewhere. Let's see,
Oh, no. Genma that's moving. Keeping the Tomb Guardian tied up.
Yeah, I think that's
Agility
fair.
1 needing 6s to make any dodge.
Yeah, that's true.
Smart option, smart option.
Just think, where's Blue gonna go? I would imagine that in Marv's mind, he wants to try and blitz down in this block down here. Oh, okay.
Oh, going for the blitz first, not even trying to move anyone else. Got a bit lucky there.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, put him there.
Yeah, but now he can't get any of the other two players close.
Unless you leap Ted. Leap Ted into that free space and then run him back into...
Yeah, but with 3 seconds left, not going to happen.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, this is where you got to be a bit quicker.
Also, article confirming, well, saying can confirm Nuffle's a dick. I still disagree. Nuffle's been nothing but... fair? Is fair the right term?
I don't know if that's the term that I would use.
Nuffle's been even
Nuffle's
with
been
me.
even. Even, that's the best we can go for. He's been even. Yeah.
I mean, law of averages. So, oh, that goes down.
Yeah, yeah, fair blitz, I think, to get the Tomb Guardian into play.
Still on the 5 SPP player.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Both of those Kislev guys are going to be 2-die. But
Yeah.
there's no rerolls, so if a blitz roll doesn't do things, okay. That's fair enough.
Yeah. Clears the ball. That throw bar can now just pick it up and score. Well,
I would be very surprised if they get a fail on the pickup again as well.
I was surprised they went for the 1-die.
Yeah, that's risky.
I'd have at least gone for the Tomb Guardian onto the Blitzer if you're doing that first.
I wonder if maybe they're thinking that I've got an extra turn if I drop the ball now, considering how well defended that ball is. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's the thought process here, I think.
Also,
potentially Surf City.
Surf.
Although I can't surf from there because the... Okay, no, it is. You could blitz them off.
Yeah, I was going to say, all you have to do is knock Baloo 1 square further.
Oh, my word.
Wow, even with sure hands, that skill, that's throw rod does not want to pick
Agility
up the ball.
2. Agility 2 is shit. It really is. It is a shit.
I mean, playing Ogres with Agility 2... I'm sorry, who's scored all of my touchdowns? So I don't think it was the Noblars with Agility 3. I think it was the Agility 2 Ogres.
There's been a little bit of Nuffle intervention when it comes to those Ogres getting their scores on. Just a little bit.
You can't go against the Divine.
That's true. That's a fair point. So, I think I see.
Risky plays.
That's. You know
we
what?
go to Surf City. No, what? That was the perfect time for Surf City.
I think I know why.
That was
Because
the perfect time for Surf City, though. I want blood. I know they don't have blood, but I want blood.
Oh, okay.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. That being said, no, it could be. We could yeah.
That being said, it is the last turn of the half.
If he'd have picked up that ball, all it would be is a couple of pushes, and that's the half defended.
You say a couple. There would be 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Because those blocks would not be going onto Banjo or Kuma.
No, they would not be. Yeah, that was ideal. And the KO is an icing on the cake. God, I wish this camera would stop going to the bloody middle of the pitch after shit like that.
Yeah, I hate the auto center.
Yeah.
Even when you turn it off, it's still auto centers.
So this is the choice. Do you get greedy? Yeah, apparently so.
What is this greed?
What is greed? I think somebody's going Surf City.
Only one can, though.
Banjo may be saying hello to the crowd. Oh, no, seems not.
Has the king forgotten what turn we're on? It looks like it.
Maybe.
Turn 8. You need to either score or not. There's no defending.
Ball's got...
Oh, well, 1-0 it is.
1-0 it is.
1-0 it is, with the Khemri attacking again next half.
Oh.
This was a stolen ball. I do love the thriller dance that all the Khemri players of the two Guardians do.
Okay.
Michael Jackson still lives, apparently.
He lives on in Undead.
Is that really living? Really?
Well, I'm sure the Tomb Guardians may say something about that.
Oh, none of
them got out.
Barbarians got up. Oh.
Ooh.
That's unfortunate.
That's pretty harsh.
Because one of those is a blitzer. That's blue. Blitzer and 2 linemen, one of whom's a journeyman, so, you know...
Doesn't really matter.
Non-existent. But that leaves... that leaves the Barbarians with a severe player disadvantage.
And considering the strength advantage that the Khemri have, that's... yeah.
Especially now the Khemri
I can
are
see
attacking.
a very, very, very slow 8-turn grind coming our way.
I mean, it's Khemri. Even a quick score is an 8-turn grind.
Yeah. That's too true.
And that's when they're not stealing the ball. My preferred tactic is pick it up with a throw rod, get it to a blitzer, surround that blitzer with 4 Tomb Guardians, and just walk.
Oh. That's just... no,
That's nasty.
That's nasty.
I mean, I know we didn't call predictions before the game, but I would have probably gone with Khemri. Just out of fondness of Khemri. But now I cannot see halfway in how the Barbarians can pull this back.
It's going to have to be... There's going to be some risk, a lot of risk taking, and focus on the ball. Ignore the rest of it. Focus on the ball. Commit all your players to the ball, and hope your leaps just are on your side.
Yeah, it's just hope the dice come your way. Because I mean, look at those KOs rolls. It was 2-1-2. You'd have expected at least one of those guys to have stood up.
Yeah. You'd have hoped at least one, yeah.
Well, expected one, hoped for 2. The third, maybe not, but...
Well,
this has made the Khemri...
Their agility 1. Their agility 1 on pickups.
Good thing there are 2 throw rars.
Oh, no. Well,
one of which has now leveled up. I wonder what accuracy.
That changes the dynamic a little bit. That does make that makes Marv's job a little bit easier.
Yeah, Nuffle Giffeth, Nuffle Taketh. I was holding my breath.
I do have a fondness for Kislev just because they're a tough team to coach. For your first,
yeah, they're not the easiest.
We do have a thing of sort of newer coaches choosing tough teams to coach.
Yeah,
like
Reaper choosing ogres in season 1. And they're not picking,
and then
or not
Skaven.
getting 5 ogres.
And then Skaven are really tough to play. Really tough to play as. They are Skaven are an all or nothing team. You either score loads or you get beaten the shit out.
Destroyed. Yeah.
But Reaper has orcs now, which is scary.
Yeah, but did you see their game earlier? They got a lot of injuries, but I think they still lost.
Season
I cannot
3.
remember. No, they won. They just won.
They won.
My
Against
apologies. They just won, I think.
Dwarves as well.
What? 1-0? Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I think in that game, in the Orc Chaos Dwarf game earlier, there was a lot of bad luck to be had on the Chaos Dwarf team.
Well, I think that's going to be a frequent occurrence in this this half.
Yeah, needing the 5. You're looking at least 3 turns, even with the rerolls.
Yeah, that's. And if you put a player there as well, that means that you have to have a 6.
Yeah, it leaves the Kislev free to just run down.
And that left-hand side is very, very free as well. That left-hand side is open. I don't know, maybe King is trying to draw Marv into a false sense of security of, hey, look, I'm going to keep slipping on this.
Double skull.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't take that.
I was going to say, are we swapping to the Khemri drive? Now it's their actual drive and not just full steel.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. We were there already. We were there already.
I hadn't also just done the same thing.
I mean, the half before might as well have been a Khemri drive, considering how much position they had.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
Although to be fair, we've had some very interesting.
Oh, Marv.
That's.
Kuma, no. Damn. I mean,
well, that's a 3-die block. Oh no, it's not. That's straight 3. You need to be straight 7.
You need to be double, yeah. Over double, sorry.
Also, I think Misha might be going to, well, meet the ground quite shortly.
Potentially. I don't know, you can... There's... The Kislev are up there, they can cause some pressure. That's what you got to do. Your players
They're
down.
just not there in enough numbers, though.
I mean, all it takes is the ball to slip where you don't want it to slip to, and it causes
yeah, but when
problems.
you've got 5 players surrounding the ball,
like so,
I think out of the 8 directions it can go.
Yeah, but what if? Well, it's going to go back to the action up here quickly. Kabowski. The ball has to just be, picked up and dropped by a couple of players. It could, in theory, land 1 square ahead of Misha, in theory. If the ball goes up and across.
If I'm the Khemri player, I'm not picking that ball up with Misha still standing.
No, it's true.
Or at least, not standing where Misha is currently standing. I'm doing exactly what's just happened. Oh.
Hey. That's unfortunate, but we like seeing it.
No, we like seeing the injuries.
That's true. I'm quite disappointed at the lack of injuries, although I'm sure the players are quite happy with that.
By players, I assume you mean Marv.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
It's like in our last game when I was very unhappy with the amount of injuries that were caused.
Or lack thereof.
Yes.
Oh!
Hey, there's the 6 we won.
That wasn't...
And by we, I mean KingRektum.
Yeah, pretty much. So this is where the cage dive becomes an option.
No, this is where it becomes an option. Okay, so move closer to the Kislev.
That does make him... I'd have kept him there. That makes Marv's job a little easier.
You say a little, I say a lot.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Ted can just leap past the Skeleton and Tomb Guardian and just blitz.
Ooh.
Oh, and now
that does make it
Taras
easy.
is free as well.
I mean, that's... They only have to move the unpronounceable guy out of the way, and that's... There's a 2-die, potentially.
Oh, you mean move Kojupet?
Yeah. Ugh, yeah, Marv.
Yeah, that's not a 2-die anymore.
No. I wonder if he'd have to go... What is his
mean,
movement? He's
you can only
movement
make
6.
one blitz a turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't think the 2... I think there's not enough movement on the lineman to have made that a 2-die.
I mean, you can now get a comfortable 2-die on Terranate, and then just blitz into Fearless.
Yeah. This is what I would be doing. I'd get Terranet out the way, and then just move a player into Felix's path, so that you've got somebody on the ball, and then do a leap blitz, maybe with Banjo. Oh, that's not ideal, but it does create a gap at least.
I mean, you say that, there's still that Tomb Guardian, there's not the gap there.
No.
The gap's only there if you leap over that square.
Yeah, it needed a knockdown there.
It's probably almost worth the reroll just for that knockdown, to be honest.
I think, yeah, this is where, so this is what I do. Yogi to... Ooh,
and here we see the leap, I'm guessing.
Yep, that's good. Right, now, for the love of God, put him out yet. There, perfect. Thank you. Right, now you blitz with Fozzie. Please blitz with Fozzie. Marv, I want you to learn.
Still going for it though.
Yeah, there's the leap though.
Still the going for it though. Also, stop coaching the coach. We are an impartial broadcast.
Yeah, I'd have done that. At this point in time, yeah. Oh no! That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the Khemri.
Oh dear. Oh, I got it mixed up. I thought Fozzie had been KO'd. Oh, in that case, oh yes.
Because their other throw row
oh yes
is, well, a dodge away, basically.
Well, they gotta pick the bloody ball back up. And they've only got the one throw rod to do so. Who is miles away.
You are only supposed to knock the bloody ball off.
That's what strip ball's for.
I think you'll find none of these players have that
No.
skill.
Ooh, not good enough. That's not a 2-day. Not a 2-day. Oh no, it is. Ignore me, because Neshav is there. Yeah, 6 movement puts him just in range.
Yeah, that throw rock can get to the ball, but
it can.
I mean, it's still a 6.
I mean, I would imagine that the dude will probably punch Taras. Yeah.
It is a 2-die now, at least.
It is.
It could be worse. The skeletons could be strength 2. I think that would make the Khemri almost unplayable, though.
Oh, yeah, that's... You're kind of ruining one of their key aspects, which is they are a bashy team. Ooh, God, that ball is well protected now. Surprised he didn't go for the pickup, though. Maybe he wants to secure it before...
oh, yeah. Yeah, secure it first, then just probably bash with the Tomb Guardian.
Mm-hmm. I really want to see Marv leap into that ball, pick it up, throw it.
I mean, I think that would be
amazing.
What? 3, 6, 6. Probably 6 to catch as well.
6 to catch because of the -1. Because you have to catch it on a -1 now because of the rain.
Yeah, but depending on how far away he is, that's still no, that should be like a 5+ the catch, unless he just randomly puts this catcher next to one of the bullets of the thrower.
Maybe.
Just for the shits and giggles.
We will see. Oh, fair play. I like that. Yeah, get him down there. Why not?
A 4+ dodge.
I do believe, actually, if... Oh... No, there was an easy way to do that. Actually, no, there wasn't. Never mind. It's the same.
There was an easier way to jump into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players.
Go on, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Oh, he did it!
Make the throw.
Make the throw. Make the throw.
Make the throw.
Oh, please.
Jam with me, ladies and gentlemen. Make
the throw. Make the throw.
Make the throw.
Oh,
make the
my
interception.
God.
Make the interception. Make the...
No, he fumbled it. Oh, boo. What was that? A 4. It wasn't even a bad roll. It wasn't even a bad roll.
No, but it had a -5. Then a -1 for the long pass. No, it had a -5 because of the tackle zones. There was a -6 to that pass.
Oh. I mean, I'd have just given Marv the championship if that had gone off. Like, you
I
win.
wouldn't
No
have playing him next.
That's true, yeah. I think we can call this performance from Marv valiant, brave. Oh dear.
Maybe slightly tilted.
Potentially.
I mean, I'm just going from the chat.
Ooh. Stun's not so bad at this point in time.
Yeah, when there are 4 guys KO'd, I take the stun.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be complaining. Well, I would, but...
Well, this is you. You normally complain. Ooh. Ah. I saw the right-hand side one and thought, oh, another one. Oh, bye-bye, Ted. Do you think a team has been KO'd off the pitch? Not injured off the pitch, just straight up KO'd off the pitch?
Well, I did try that with your team on Wednesday.
Yeah, it wasn't far off. They just kept coming back. They kept getting KO'd, but they kept coming back afterwards.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm gonna say fortunately.
No.
So Terras can probably. Oh no, he can't anymore. He can get up, leap, and throw.
There's still the -6 to the pitch cup and the throw.
I'm gonna take out Sniper Sandro. It'd be interesting to see how many pickups the Khemri have had to make this game. I feel like it's been a lot.
I mean, to be honest, I might have just tried throwing it to Peter Payne just to get it down the field.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with just a quick throw. I think Fozzie might have to be brought back for reinforcements now.
You say that. I don't think there are enough players on the pitch. Full stop. I'd probably just keep Fozzie. Okay.
Yeah, keep him as a threat
down there just to keep him away from the Tomb Guardians. The last thing you want is that 4 SPP Blitzer getting injured. Well, last thing you want if you're the Khemri coach.
Like, how... I can't really see a way to get the ball in this turn. At all, it's just too well covered. Mostly through the sheer force of numbers, but, you know... Where is this blitzer going? Oh, he's going...
Going for the 2 red die. No, he's...
No. Oh!
He's still going for the 2 red die, but... Not on the player either.
Oh, on the 1 as well. Reroll it, reroll it, reroll it.
There has to be a reroll there.
No, double ones! Mwah, 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 mwah.
I think you put in an extra mwah there.
I said there's an extra one. Never mind. I wanted that to work. I was willing it to work.
We want blood.
I just love seeing cage
blood.
dives.
You see, the thing is, it would have still been 2 red die. And the chance of the 2 red die not having a skull in.
I mean, even a double both down would have been decent.
It would have been annoying for KingRektum, but
I don't think there's much to complain about at this point on that in that regard.
no, it looks like that throw rod's going to go up to 10 SPP, unless he wants to try and give the blitz row. So
maybe
I'd probably be sharing it with the blitz row, to be honest, just to put them within level up range.
Yeah, I think so. But it is raining, so it makes that quite difficult.
Does that count for the handoff?
It's just a catch because the handoff is just a catch roll.
Ah, that is a point. I mean, with 4 turns left,
Yeah,
or 3 turns left after this,
it's still a 5 up.
there are no rerolls though. That's the only problem.
Yeah. Although, yeah, no, it doesn't count because it's a pass roll. To be fair, Marv, you chose a difficult team to coach. Especially sans the bear, which is just crazy. You need the bear on Kislev, you really do. You need that strength.
Yeah, but the problem is, traditionally, Marv never has any luck with big guys.
That's true. Well, I mean, at this point, you can just say the first half of that sentence of Marv never has any luck.
Hang on. Apparently, his pass in the last game was passive ever. So
it was amazing. It was something to
because
behold.
apparently that pass beats any of the passes I made with my Khemri side, which has 1 less agility, and was going for some pretty long passes.
Here's the thing, though. People will like Kislev. People don't like Khemri, really.
No, elves don't like Khemri when the Khemri draw against them on the last turn, making a 4+ dodge and a blitz.
To be fair, that result ended up being irrelevant, so...
Only because apparently goblins can fly.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Well,
they didn't fly.
I lost that was 2 goblin touchdowns from thrown goblins where they didn't get eaten or thrown into the ground and brutally murdered by it.
Yeah, I mean, although the goblins didn't fly very much in the final. They were too busy watching the balls flying over their heads.
Still not bitter about that.
No one's bitter.
I'm bitter. I should have been in that final. I should have kicked the absolute bollocks out of your elves.
You didn't, though. It didn't.
No, Nuffle did not smile on me compared to the goblins.
No, the
goblins are Nuffle's chosen.
The goblins were chosen right until the very end, anyway. To be fair, I had to get my
kill their Pogo in the first round of our round robin game.
That's true. I did have
I say the first round. It was in the blitz stage. The goblins got a blitz in that game on the first turn of the kickoff, and the Pogo died in that stage. So it wasn't even me.
For some reason, I don't know if anyone else saw it. 30 seconds has been added. I wondered if it was paused.
Yes, there was a quick pause.
Cool.
according to the Twitch chat, which Marv should not be in.
Damn it, Marv. Yeah, fuck penalties. You're absolutely right there.
Yeah, that did screw over the undead team from having their final slot.
Yeah, which everyone universally said they deserved.
Yes.
Everyone was against Shane on that one. Sorry, Shane. Right, so cage dive, cage dive, cage dive.
2 red die.
2 red die.
2 red die.
Then the pickup.
And the throw.
Oh boy.
Basically, what we're asking for is something like 6 sixes.
Yeah, a 6 and a 6, followed by another 6, followed by 3 more 6s, followed by infinite 6s. It's mathematically possible. Just unlikely.
Yeah. It's the unlikely part that's the problem.
It's, you know, if you don't try, you can never succeed.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably the more sensible option. Oh.
No, there's the leap coming in.
Ah. Oh no, no, it was there.
It was just buffering, apparently.
Decisions were being made, it would seem. No.
Marv can't have given up on us like
That
this.
felt-
Come
that-
on,
that-
we wanted a cage dive.
That felt a little lackluster. That felt a little bit of, oh, it's push and...
We wanted a cage dive.
We did. I was just distraught that there was no cage dive.
We say this as if he can hear us, because obviously he's closed the stream down. Or muted it.
He's still there. I think he's probably muted it if he said. I can imagine he has. Oh, cheeky. Very cheeky.
Giving it to the skeleton. What? Or did
Well,
he try going to the blitzer?
I know what we should see now.
Ah, yeah, Rektum did what I suggested, tried giving it to the blitzer.
Yeah, get your Misha punch, Banjo retrieve, throw to Fozzie run. Yeah, there's a delay as well, so he's quite far behind in terms of the stream.
I mean, that is still a -3 to the pickup. It's still a 6 on the pickup.
That is nasty pickup. Nothing, no injuries though to get.
But you can just leap straight out.
Oh!
Does it go to the blitzer? Oh, no.
I do feel like, I know we're kind of, you know, a little bit biased one side, but 1-0 is quite unflattering to the Kislev, to the Khemri, sorry.
I'm sorry, if you think this is ending 1-0.
I mean, with these pickups, it's not unlikely. I do think, however, the lack of injuries is quite astounding. Or have I just cursed it?
I'm very surprised with the lack of injuries.
Oh no, I thought I cursed it for a second then.
No. No curse.
No curse. Not today.
To be honest, I can see 10 SPP going on to a sniper.
Yeah.
Casimir block, Banjo out the way, sniper picking up the ball and just moving to the end.
Yep. Unless
Score
we
turn
see
16.
Unless we see a double skulls. Not though. Surely just go for the pickup now. Unless you want unpronounceable to punch.
Taranate. Taranate.
Taranate. Oh, there's the 6.
Not the 6 we wanted, though.
It's not the... No, not that particular.
Now you can see the question being deliberated. Does he try and give it to the Blitzer again?
No. It would. I mean, unless that's just keeping the ball safe, which is probably ideal.
I mean, you'd move it there anyway, but with 1 turn left.
It depends how much. Is the extra PP worth it, or it depends what you want to do.
Yeah, I'd just go with throw row, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. Although you're going up against them next, so you only want the single level up.
I'm going up against the Barbarians next. I'm going against Kislev.
Who's got Khemri next then? Let's have a look. Khemri against the Lizards next. Ooh, that'll be a game.
I really hope the Khemri do buy the 4th Tomb Guardian for that game. I think they will be utterly destroyed without it.
I think they will need
and even with it, I think it will be close.
Depends how well they handle the skinks. Very much depends on how well they handle the skinks.
Yeah, but the skinks, if you force them to make enough dodges, they will fail.
That's true, that's true. Although we could have said that here with the Khemri, force them to make enough pickups, they will, eventually fail one. They have failed many, actually, to be fair.
They failed a lot.
They failed a lot. Last-ditch blitz. Depends who from. Probably from Fozzy. Yeah.
Yeah, Banjo can't make it. Fozzy can just make it.
Made the dodge.
Oh, that dodge.
Does force a block though, and there's every chance a double skull can come up.
I mean, you're not wrong. However, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they can get enough players there for a 3-die.
Yeah, maybe. Oh.
Especially if
now they can.
Yeah, definitely can now.
We've seen triple skulls, and by that I mean my treemen have seen triple skulls.
Yeah, but screw Deep Root.
But we love Deep Root. It wasn't even Deep Root. It was I think it was the guy who didn't have double block.
Was it the guy who died?
No, it wasn't actually. He was killed by a Norse dude. A Norse dude. There's a Norse with Dauntless,
okay.
He crowded him and had to Dauntless with a crowd.
It's now. Oh no, there is no option for greed. Well, there are 2 options for greed, but yeah.
No,
touchdown
2-0.
it is. So now there's just 1 more turn for the Barbarians to either click end turn or just try and beat the living crap out of the undead skeletons.
Yeah. I don't think no, everybody got up. Of course they did on this turn. Yeah.
What we were going to hit? Yeah, we're not knocked out.
We're not knocked out. Wait, what happened? Oh, we're 2-0 down. What?
That Blitz is definitely out cold, though. He's still like, wow. Baloo has just been sleeping for this game.
He didn't. No, he did. I think he feels like I just don't want to get injured, which I don't blame him for.
What? We had a game today. What?
No one told me. That was a thing. People did a thing.
Poor Marv.
Poor Marv.
Oh, that.
I mean, there's no scoring.
That
so.
just looks like a vanity pass option.
Yeah, why not?
And then yeah, they can't even kick down those Tomb Guardians. Oh, he's going for the Blitzer again. Okay.
I can see why. Try and take down a key player.
Maybe go for the injured.
Just a stump.
So maybe a quick vanity pass then. No.
It would. It's not.
Well, to be honest,
that kind of as much as I say, that kind of sums up Marv's game there.